hard to just pull off on film. If you're not a Jurassic Park or a We're Back situation, then it's just not going to work.
The
Dinosaurs
originals
are in Scream?
no in 65.
No,
Oh, never mind.
the name's also terrible too. Like that is not a name that's going to draw people in.
I mean,
I think they're just banking on Adam Driver pulling people in. I think that's what they're banking on. I don't know anything about you. When you saying dinosaurs were in that movie, I could not tell you anything about that.
So I'm
movie.
saying the marketing for that movie has been horrible. Like,
I mean,
the
but is
trailers
it?
don't show anything. Like,
Have you seen any trailers for it? Because I can tell you exactly what the movie's about.
I mean, anytime I've seen a trailer, I must have just written it off in my head as like, this looks like just generic garbage, and then I'm like, what is Adam Driver doing here?
it looks like a straight. It looks exactly. It looks like a straight to DVD movie. Like it doesn't
I
look
don't
like
know.
a movie.
But I
that's-
haven't.
It looks like an episode of a TV show.
I have not sat
Yes,
down and
yeah.
watched the trailer. Like, gave it a full watch. Like, I
He's
again
like-
could not tell you anything about that movie.
He's like a future soldier that gets sent back in time by accident. He thinks he's on a different planet, but he's actually on Earth in the year, I don't know, not in the year
65
60.
million years ago.
Yeah, 65 million
Yeah.
years ago. There you go.
So it's got a good concept, but just fucking
Does
doesn't
it?
do anything with it. Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
Who
It's not a
who
terrible
wrote the
idea.
movie, or is it based on something? Is it based on a book?
Nah, it's based on a true story.
Based off of
Yeah, it's
it's based off of
story.
yeah, it's based off of skeletal remains of a dinosaur and Adam Driver that were found.
I didn't know if it was like a book or something. You guys are fucking couple of clown towns over here. Anyways, welcome everyone to the Pass Control Podcast, a show where a couple of best friends talk about the latest in video games and nerd culture. Sometimes we have guests. Sometimes we talk about Adam Driver being in movies for too long. Either way, we have a new episode for you each and every week. As always, I am your host, Brenden Groom, and joining me on this lovely Friday evening is the anime senpai himself, Mr. Michael Desir. Mike, what is your favorite Mario
Scary movie.
catchphrase?
He says, "Hey, I'm walking here."
There we go. Got it. Nailed it. Also joining us, of course, is the fucking, I don't know, the Population 1 Poppy. No, what's the game you're playing now? What's this other fucking game? VR game?
Light Brigade.
The Light Brigade. Todd Gary. I don't know. I got nothing. Todd Brigadier O'Gary. How are you doing tonight, Todd?
I'm walking here.
Okay. Oh yeah, I asked Mike that question. I probably should have asked you that question. We'll just keep it going. Rounding us out, of course, is the Disney Daddy, Dominic 40. Dom, what's your favorite Sonic catchphrase?
I don't know. I'm walking here.
Okay, nailed it.
What if 65 is actually a prequel to the Jurassic Park films?
What if it's actually a hard
talking?
sequel to Super Mario 64?
Well,
Actually, what
to
if
answer-
it's a prequel to the Super Mario Brothers movie,
the
where
movie.
where the Koopas are all dinosaurs?
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
it's called 65. It comes out after Super Mario 64. It comes out before Mario Odyssey, where there's also a dinosaur, and it's canonically linked to Brooklyn in 1988, or whenever that movie is supposed to take place.
Yeah. Honestly, dinosaurs tied together a lot of different movies. They also connect to the television series Dinosaurs.
That has a hard end, though. That has a hard out. I thought the end to that. I mean, I guess spoilers for Dinosaurs, the television show that aired a long time ago. Doesn't that series end with them all dying?
Ice Age.
Yeah.
Doesn't it end with
It
that?
ends
Okay.
with-
It ends with
Okay.
the Ice Age.
It ends with yeah.
I didn't know that. I must have been listening to a podcast or something where they brought up like the end to that show, and I was like, wait, what? Like, I've seen that show when I was a kid. I didn't like watch that show like weekly. I didn't like know there like
It was
I
a
didn't
very
follow that show.
depressing end. It's a very depressing end if like you're familiar with the concept of real life dinosaurs, and they're like looking outside their window because the company that the father worked at was causing that pollution or something. It basically caused like
Damn. Foreshadowing.
temperature change and all that stuff. And they're like, well, it'll get better, right, guys? And they're looking out the window and they're all sad. I'm like, no, you guys will all die.
It's
Fucking
coming.
dinosaurs
It's
are
coming
over.
again. Don't worry. Ice Age Part 2. Or I guess how many Ice Ages have there been already? I don't know.
Yeah, I, don't know.
I thought y'all were a
Maybe
bunch of fucking Ray Romano sickos. I don't fucking know.
No, I'm really more of a fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Batman and Robin. But that's neither here nor there.
I love that it just popped up on my wrist.
That's
Anyways,
apparently from the film.
okay, all right. Well, listen, the Glug Glug 9000. Mike gets it. Anyways, a couple of housekeeping things, and then we'll right into it. Of course, today is Mario Day, which is March 10th, and we've decided we're going to talk about Mario today. But before we do that, a couple of housekeeping things. The PTC Movie Club for I honestly just said the date and I forgot what month we were in after I said that, because I looked at the list of movies we've done already and I was like, wait, we're on May already, which didn't make any sense.
Yeah, Mayo. It's Mayo Day.
Mayo Day. There we go. Todd's pick for March is Peanut Butter Falcon. So I don't know what that's streaming on, if it's streaming on anything. I feel like we do this every episode, and I need to start writing it down.
It is streaming on something.
Well, there you go.
Search Paramount
Plus.
Yeah, there you go. Paramount Plus. Peanut Butter Falcon. Watch that movie. We will talk about it at the end of the month. That is Todd's pick for this month. And I don't know if we have much other housekeeping. PAX East is coming up in 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that. Week and change. Or I guess 2 weeks from today. Well, 2 weeks from today, actually, is what the housekeeping is. Friday, March 24th, if you're going to be at PAX East, you can head on down to the Condor Theater at 7:30 Eastern and cheer on me and other friends of the show as we try to take home the trivia crown for video game trivia. So if you can't make it to PAX East, don't worry. It's not streaming, but it will be available later on probably YouTube. But it will be available elsewhere later for your viewing pleasure if you're not able to attend. But if you are going to be at PAX, we appreciate you stopping by Friday, March 24th, the Condor Theater at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Anyways, well, I guess this episode of the podcast is also sponsored by our good friends at Goodnight Fatty. If you're in the Salem, Massachusetts area on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday evening, you want yourself something hot, something sweet, something tasty, something fresh out of the oven, you can head on down to 1 Washington Square and get yourself a delicious fatty. And if you're unaware of what a fatty is, you can check them out on social media at Goodnight Fatty and at Good Morning Chubby and educate yourself on these tasty, tasty treats. And if you do head on down, let them know Pass the Controller sent ya. So we'll try to keep it tight tonight, so we'll just get right into it. Obviously, it's being Mario Day. I figured we could just kind of go through a couple of different Mario topics that I have prepared, and we'll go from there. But I guess before we even get into that, I'm assuming all of you watched the newest Mario trailer / direct.
I watched the trailer.
Mike?
Yo, no
I
spoilers.
was in your car watching it.
Well, I don't know if you watched the direct. I know you watched the trailer.
I watched the direct. It was
Okay.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes long.
You didn't watch any of it, Todd?
I think I might have watched the trailer at some
Oh
point
my
or something.
goodness. I mean, the trailer was fine. It didn't show a whole lot more. I feel like it's just like different kind of things
I
from
feel like
certain scenes. But
I feel like it shows us that Donkey Kong is in more of the movie than I expected that he would be.
I think that was probably the
Yeah.
biggest takeaway from the trailer is that, Donkey Kong is
I also-
seemingly going to be on the adventure with Mario.
I also feel like the Rainbow Road Mario Kart aspect was a lot. I thought it was gonna be more. I thought it was gonna be less. I thought it was gonna be more of a cameo than. But it's
Here's the
involved.
thing is that if you really look at all the trailers they've shown, they're really showing us the same 3 parts of the movie. They're showing us pretty much
That must mean it sucks.
Rainbow Road. Yeah, exactly. Not enough guns. They're showing pretty much Rainbow Road sections. They're showing something with Mario and Donkey Kong. And then they're showing, like, I don't know. I mean, we got a little bit more Luigi, too. Or I think we might have already known Luigi gets captured.
Yeah, we've gotten a similar Luigi scene, like a scene with Luigi and Bowser in all of the trailers.
Yeah.
I think.
So this was probably the light, like the lightest Peach trailer, even though she does say "Let's go" and like leads the Mario Rainbow Road trail. But yeah, I mean, I don't. It's gonna be funny when Rainbow Road ends up being like 5 minutes of the movie. You know, I mean, maybe it won't. Maybe it will be a longer section. I have no idea. Like I'm assuming that Rainbow Road is gonna be like the way that they get from the Mushroom Kingdom to like Bowser's Castle. Like I don't see what other purpose Rainbow Road serves as like a.
It is normally the longest track in any Mario Kart game, so it's probably gonna be a very long section of the movie.
I mean, that's also could be true.
It seemed like a Mad Max style scene in the newest trailer.
Yeah, it does.
Is it
So
all
it looks
practical effects going in?
like to me that like they must be using either Rainbow Road to get to Bowser's Castle or to leave Bowser's Castle, and either way it's going to be like Bowser's minions trying to stop them from getting there and or leaving. Would be my guess. I don't really know what they're trying to do. I mean, I don't know what the story's going to be like. I just know Jack Black is fucking perfect in this movie. Like with the bare minimum we've gotten. I don't know if any of you watched the clip of them doing like promotional stuff on like whatever Kelly Clarkson's like late night show or talk show is, and Jack Black came out in a Bowser.
I don't think it's a late night show.
It's just like a daytime show or something, or a YouTube show. I have no idea.
I think she has a daytime show.
Yeah, but Jack Black, like it's like I'm pretty sure it's Chris Pratt, Keegan-Michael Key, Charlie Day. I don't know if anyone. I don't know if Seth Rogen was there. I can't remember. But like they're all just like in regular clothes, like there to do a thing, and Jack Black comes out in a fucking party time Bowser costume, also wearing no underwear, so they blurred out his fucking dick.
Oh, okay. I was confused because the clip that I saw, his like crotch was blurred out, and I was like,
he's not wearing underwear. He's just not wearing underwear
with his dick hanging out. Like, what the fuck?
My only guess is that like Nintendo PR was probably like, no, like we gotta blur this out. This can't just be hanging and swanging around the internet. But I don't know. I think even like the Chris Pratt as Mario thing has kind of become less offensive to me. Like the more trailers I see, I'm like, I care less about him being the voice. Whereas I feel like Jack Black on the flip side is like a standout of like, oh, he's like a very fun like character to listen to.
He's leaning into it.
Yeah.
He's leaning into it, and I like it.
I actually kind of think Anya Taylor-Joy is also like a really good Peach. I don't know. I think
she's fine.
Yeah, I think her voice. I need to hear more of Charlie. I don't think Charlie is bad. I just need to hear more of Charlie.
So,
in my opinion.
So my thing with Charlie is, has anybody started watching or watched all of History of the World Part 2 yet?
Oh no, I haven't watched it yet.
No.
Actually, I write that down because I need to.
One of Nick Kroll's characters in the show is like supposed to be like an old like Jewish character, and he literally just plays Gil Faizon. I feel like
Of course.
Charlie's Luigi is just him doing
Gil
like
Faizon.
Charlie Kelly.
Oh,
no,
okay.
doing Charlie Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Charlie Day doing Gil Faizon.
Oh, hello. Except, sound like Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are parts of Charlie.
I'm sure I'm Luigi Mario.
There are parts of Charlie Day's voice, or just like the way he talks, where I can see it being, very Luigi adjacent, to the point I'm like, okay, I can see why you cast this guy. Every time I said Charlie, I keep thinking, even though they're basically the same.
Charlie Day and Charlie Kelly.
Charlie Kelly, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like there were parts of the first or second trailer. Which one had Luigi in it for the first time with the speaking role? It was probably the second one, right?
Second trailer, yeah.
The second one, yeah. I don't think the first one showed very much talking at all, right?
Aside from Chris Pratt.
Toad and Peach, maybe? I think the first one didn't really give us very much Chris Pratt.
No, it gave us some, because that was like
right?
that was what the I mean, Let's Go was there, but I think he also was talking like to Toad, maybe, because he's like,
maybe, I don't know. I thought it was mostly just the tune.
The penguin thing.
The penguin and Bowser probably had the most talking. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Mike and I were talking about this yesterday. Like, all of the trailers have been very light Mario talking, and I'm curious if that's like because there's been some negative reception around Chris Pratt that they're like, let's just let the movie come out and people can deal with it then, and let's not like clearly they know Jack Black is like the winner, because I feel like they keep showing Bowser the most, and that toy that came out for the movie is fucking, Todd, you bought it, right? It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I have it right here.
I need to buy it just because it fucking.
Oh wow!
Didn't he send a video? It like blows smoke.
He did, but like I wasn't paying attention to
See,
it.
it's smoking.
Oh, he's gonna use
fucking
his
vape king over here.
Yeah.
What were you?
Anyway,
someone was saying something. Yeah, you were saying something.
I was saying that Charlie Day in the second trailer, or the first one where he has the speaking line, there were parts of that where I thought, oh, that actually sounds really good as Luigi. Not the entire thing that he said, but there were parts where I said, oh yeah, this is not bad. I like this.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun movie. I think it's gonna be good. I still need to watch Sonic 2. I liked Sonic 1 for what it was. I need to watch Sonic 2. I'm assuming
I do
that's
think
on
it was a good
Paramount
movie.
Plus or something.
Yes,
something.
at least it was. I don't know if it still is, but it
Yeah,
definitely was.
it's probably somewhere. It might
On
be on
Hulu or
HBO actually.
Amazon.
Yeah, I've definitely seen
on
it
one of
pop up
those.
on a
Or
on a
Netflix,
queue
maybe? It might
somewhere.
be Netflix.
I don't think it's on Netflix. I think it's on HBO or
One of those.
Paramount. I don't think it's on Netflix. I mean, maybe. I have no fucking idea. But all of this to be said, it sounds like we need to have Nick Kroll and John Mulaney play Wario and Waluigi in Mario Movie 2. Is that what we need?
I'm all for it. I think I want Mulaney as Waluigi. I don't know if I feel about how I feel about Kroll as Wario, but I think I
Who would
want
be a good
Mulaney as
Wario then?
Waluigi.
Actually, John Mulaney would probably be a ridiculous Waluigi.
Yeah.
Elon Musk could be a good Wario, probably.
You don't even watch SNL, Todd.
Yeah. Who would be a good Wario?
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, maybe.
Sure.
I feel like they might.
Don't
pick
even
somebody-
animate him. Just put him in there, like
Yeah.
in costume into the movie.
Imagine if it was Danny DeVito's Wario and Charlie Day as Waluigi.
I mean,
I feel
Charlie.
like Jim Carrey has like the face of Waluigi. Like that, like long, like kind of like chin and
does.
everything.
I mean, I don't think they're doing mocap. I don't think they're basing them off the actors.
Oh no, they're gonna make it. Yeah, they have to.
All right, so Jim, for this scene, Waluigi's gonna be playing tennis, because that's what he does. So just run around the court pretending that you're playing tennis. I don't know how you really direct Jim Carrey to play Waluigi.
Who do you want? Who do you want to play Rosalina, Mike? That's your girl. This is gonna be like the correct casting.
Anna de Armas.
Because I mean, listen, Aluma shows up in the trailer, so like hint,
Ooh.
Rosalina might be on the horizon, or maybe she's a cameo in the movie, or maybe she's post-credit scene. Who knows? What do you want, Mike?
Yeah, I need someone with like a nice, light, airy voice. Who's out there? Who's crushing in the VO game?
Oh, Haley Steinfeld or whatever her name is.
Whatever her name is, like Todd doesn't have a poster of her up on his wall. He's got a Bumblebee poster up, and he's like, "This was great just because of you." Yeah, that's a good question. I'm blanking on that one too. I'm realizing now that I'm forgetting who actors are.
Oh
Like,
man,
that part of my brain is shrinking. It's sad. It's sad. Young Michael knew that he was on top of his game. Current Michael, he was just like,
this is ridiculous.
it's sad. Yeah, I know.
I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. All right, well, I guess we can move on from the Mario movie trailer.
How about Danny McBride as Wario?
Yes.
I feel
Danny
like his
McBride,
voice
very
is
nice.
too light or too like high pitched. I feel like it needs to have a little bit of raspiness in there. It's gotta have like a little bit of a deeper tone. Not that Danny McBride couldn't do a deeper voice. I'm sure he can.
I feel like Danny McBride's voice is already not low, but like gravelly,
I feel
guess.
I feel like it's kind of I don't know. Like I feel like
His voice is like dirty.
what if hold the phone. What if for Waluigi? Sorry, John Mulaney. What if for Waluigi and Wario we have Eric Wareheim and Tim Heidecker?
Yes. So
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. Although I did briefly think I want Bill Hader as Waluigi. I don't know why.
Ooh, Bill Hader as Waluigi. That could work.
Could Bobby do Wario?
Still haven't watched that show.
Bobby Moynihan?
Oh,
Yeah, who did
Yeah.
who did you think he was
I
talking
think
about?
he meant
Barry?
Barry. Yeah.
Okay.
I think I thought he was making a Barry reference. I was like, I still haven't watched that show. Yeah, Bobby. Actually, no. Bobby's voice is too light, too like high.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of like, yeah.
If we didn't have a voice for Wario already, like if we didn't
Yeah.
have him have speaking lines in previous games, I'd be like, that'd be kind of a funny cast. But because I know what he sounds like, something closer to it.
I don't know. It'd be fun. It'd be interesting to see. I am curious. Like, I assume they're gonna continue to make Mario movies because I
Oh,
can
no,
only.
this one's gonna bomb.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna bomb. Let me tell you.
They're doing
They're gonna
buy
have a
one get
Luigi
one free
spin-off
tickets.
movies. They'll
Huh?
have Luigi spin-offs. They'll have Luigi spin-offs. They'll have Donkey Kong spin-offs.
Well, the
It's
year that they
like
put out a Luigi spin-off movie is the year that Nintendo goes bankrupt because the last time they celebrated the year of Luigi was a real dark time for
For
Nintendo.
Nintendo, yeah.
So I don't know if they'll ever lean into a pro Luigi year. That might be.
I mean, like a Luigi's Mansion movie. You know, that'll be something they could just
Yeah, but
fucking
they'd have
draw
to
out.
offset that Luigi led year with like a new Mario mainline game or something. They can't have Luigi be the star of the show because that's when Nintendo has its roughest times.
Yeah.
But anyways, I figured a good way to, I guess not a good way to start because we've already started with Mario stuff. But what I was gonna initially pose was, for everyone, what was your first Mario game and or your introduction to Mario if you were introduced to the character before you like had played a Mario game?
I mean, it was probably just Super Mario Brothers. Or
Okay.
actually, no. Yeah, probably. Thinking because it would not have been a game I personally owned because I think my first working console that I remember was a Sega Genesis. And even then, I did barely had any games for it.
Oh, you didn't have the Mario game for the Sega Genesis?
No, I didn't. I asked around and no one would sell it to me. I don't know why.
So Super Mario Brothers for the NES was your first Mario jam?
I believe so. I feel like it was one of those things where I went to someone else's house and they had, and it's like, all right, you kids play video games while the adults talk.
Is that what they do? They talk?
I don't know. I was playing video games.
That's fair. That's fair. What about you, Todd? You're like 70 years old. So I'm assuming it was
Yeah,
like,
it's got to be Super Mario, the original. I'm assuming that was the first. If Donkey Kong counts, I don't fucking know.
I mean, Donkey Kong is technically Mario, Jumpman.
Yeah.
So would that be your
Yeah,
first? Or did you not play
yeah.
that Mario Brothers arcade game first?
I don't think so. I don't think I ever played that. That I remember. I can't remember. Maybe I have. Like I'm fucking 65, dude. What am I supposed to? You think I can remember that far back?
I listen.
Um,
I don't know.
I think it's definitely going to be the first Mario. That's going to be like the because I mean we had a console. I'm pretty sure right when they fucking came out. I think it launched with that, correct?
I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know if it launched
It-
with Mario Brothers. I
I think
don't.
it launched with.
Yep.
Didn't it launch with
Duck
that
Hunt.
and Duck Hunt?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that Duck Hunt was a package. I feel like it was a package with Mario Brothers.
There were
Yeah,
so there were
it was.
3 different Mario Karts. There was just Mario Brothers by itself. There was Mario Kart / Duck Hunt, and then there was Mario Kart / Duck Hunt / World Championship or Olympic Games. It was like a sports game. I had that at one point because it had like a pad that you would like run
Yeah, I
on.
remember that. Yeah.
We broke that thing, but like we had that thing. And I always thought we were so slick because it was like a long jump contest. So you'd like run and jump. So we would jump off the pad and then jump back on the pad. But anytime you did that, you fell like in the game. So I don't know. Fucking video games. Yes, Mario Brothers was a launch title. So there you go, Todd.
Yeah. So
Did you
Mario
have the
Brothers.
Did you have the Rob too? Did you have the robot?
I did not have the Rob. No. Nope.
And I've never
Never
played
got
that
the,
game. Gyromite. I've never played it. What about you, Dom? Is Super Mario Brothers your introduction to Mario?
No, Bob Hoskins.
Is this legit?
No,
Oh,
The movie.
it's not.
Oh, that's too bad.
We
I mean, there
rented
are probably people out there that's their introduction to Mario, and we should probably interview them.
I didn't own an NES, but we rented one from Avenue Video was the place up the street from you, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
we used to
dox
rent.
them, got 'em.
We used to rent a NES with a Super Mario Brothers, like I don't know, once a month probably.
Hell yeah. So yeah, I guess we're all in the same boat. That Mario Brothers was our first first game. So there's
I
that.
feel like I didn't ever beat the first Mario though, that I know of.
I definitely have at some point. I've
I
seen the end of that
probably could
game.
have, but like, yeah, I'm just like, I just don't think I ever tried to. I don't know. I just fucking. But then Mario 2, I fucking beat the shit out of that
I don't
game.
think I've ever beaten Mario 2. I've gotten to the final area, and I don't think I've ever beaten that game. That game is fucking hard. I don't actually know if I've ever, spoiler, Mario Brothers 3 is probably my favorite Mario game. I don't think I've ever beaten that game. If I've beaten it, it was when I was a child and I
Yeah,
don't
I'm trying to
remember.
think about that too.
Cuz
Like, I can't remember if I beat that either.
I watched a YouTube video not too long ago watching the end of that game because I was like, I really don't fucking remember if I've beaten this game. And then I watched the video, I was like, oh, but this boss, like this whole fight looks familiar. But I don't know. I have no idea. I'll say this. I haven't beaten Mario Bros. 3 as an adult. So I have no idea if I beat it as a kid. I probably did because I played that game probably until the fucking NES broke. But anyways, so we're all old. We've all played too many video games, and we started with Mario 1. So there's that. So I figure the fun thing to do here, what I thought, well, there'll be a cadence to the episode that will be revealed as the episode goes along. So I figured we would do kind of talk about the best Mario game from each console generation. So with the NES, and I mean, if you want to count things like Donkey Kong, cool, but like we'll probably skip over some of that stuff, especially on the NES. Like a lot of games on there had Mario in it, like NES Open Golf had like Mario in it, but it wasn't like a Mario game. So we'll kind of probably skip some of those things. But obviously there was Mario Brothers, which is the arcade game. Then there was Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. Mario's Time Machine, which I did play, and I fucking did not like that game. I should download a ROM of that and play it now and see like if it's good or not. Did anyone else play Mario is Missing or Mario's Time Machine?
Never even heard of it.
It was a typing game, right?
I don't even fucking remember. Mario is Missing is like Luigi. You play as Luigi and you going through like, I'm pretty sure like different
Paintings?
No, I think you're going through like different like countries, like different like locations looking for Mario. It might be a point and click game. Honestly, I don't even fucking know. I'll have to like look that up later and play it. Dr. Mario, I guess we can include in this, and then we'll probably skip some of the rest of those. And then it's worth mentioning, which didn't come to us until, or come to the U.S. until the Super Nintendo for the first time. Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels, which is actually Super Mario Brothers 2 in Japan, and Super Mario Brothers 2 here. Over there is called Super Mario Brothers USA. So like, there are two Super Mario Brothers 2. It just depends on where you lived.
They thought we weren't good at video games, so they gave us an easier game.
That is pretty much the story behind that game. They thought we weren't good at games, but also I think they wanted something. I think they thought people over here wanted something that was different and not like similar. So that's also why they did that. So NES, what do we think? Best Mario game on the NES?
That's easy. 2.
Really, 2 over 3?
Yep.
Why 2?
I don't know. If you like think back to 2, like I know it's like the bastard child of all the games, but like there's like so many things that they still utilize from that, like in the games they make now too, and that like have carried over from that. But that game was just so different from what I was used to from playing like Super Mario, and it just worked for me. I don't know, that game just clicked with me, especially like panic digging in the desert when you had to keep on digging down and getting the keys, and like you had like the time thing, and usually I don't even like that shit, but yeah, no, I was obsessed with that game, and that's like one of the few games like I played till I beat. And I remember that ending still to this day for that game.
It was all a dream. Wasn't even a real
I
game.
remember fight. Is Berto the main bad guy in that? It's Berto,
No.
right?
No. So
Who's the main bad
did
guy?
you
Oh, it's
did
oh,
you
no, no,
really
no.
did you really
It's
like
the
this game?
It's the frog guy that you throw vegetables at the end.
Yeah,
yeah,
Wart.
that's what it is.
His
Yeah,
name is
I forget
Wart.
Wart, yeah.
You do fight Birdo a lot. I mean,
Okay.
the thing
Yeah.
that Mario Brothers 2 did is it introduced a lot of like characters and villain and like bad guys that would then be like Mario staples. Like
And it like
uh
set precedent for like what powers each character had like for future. Like
yeah,
Luigi
it
can
kind of
fucking
did
jump.
set up the like the general like archetype for each of those characters, which is
So
kind of
weird.
funny to
It's
me.
just so weird. Yeah.
Especially because again, it was a reskin of Doki Doki Panic. Like it was another video game that they just reskinned with Mario stuff. It's kind of
That's funny.
wild. Uh, Mike, NES best Mario game.
Um, I don't know. I think I played the first three, but again, I didn't have an NES, so I largely only played the first Super Mario Brothers. So I'm gonna just say that one.
Okay, Don, what about you?
Um,
But if this is like a vote thing, I'm willing to back Todd's play just for fun.
No, that's not how this works. That's not what we're doing.
Well, I might change my vote anyway.
That's not
Super
what we're
Mario
doing.
2 it
That's
is.
not what we're doing.
I'm gonna give Dr. Mario my vote.
Hell yeah.
Played a lot of Mean Bean Machine growing up because we had a Genesis and not a NES. So
Yeah.
when I like finally, when did they redo Dr. Mario? Was that the GameCube?
I mean, there's probably been Dr. Mario on almost every console for them going forward because there was Dr. Mario 64, there was a Game Boy Dr. Mario.
Oh, maybe it's Dr. Mario 64 that I'm thinking of. But anyways, like when I discovered that it like existed previously, like I got really into it. So
Hell yeah. Okay, all right. And for me, it's gonna be Super Mario Bros. 3. So, Mike, you're saying you're gonna stick with one, your own pick, or you're gonna be like a weird Todd fanboy and hop on the Todd train?
No, if we're gonna do an even split, we can do an even split.
Yeah, we'll do an even split.
I honestly think that 3 is the most deserving because I think like 3 was such a huge deal. But like yeah, so I get 3 being the pick, but 2 is like my favorite.
Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, listen, as we get into certain
And 3 is a great
generations,
game too.
as we get into certain generations, there's going to be some that I will fully admit like are the best game on that, but like not my favorite.
Can we just skip the Sunshine then?
We're gonna just skip past that game. So then we get into the Super Nintendo. That gives us what some people would consider the GOAT, Super Mario World.
Yeah, it's up in world living.
But this is when we start getting a lot of spin-offs too. So we get Mario Paint, which banger in my opinion, banger. Super Mario Kart. We'll skip some of these a little more like I wouldn't really consider them Mario games. Super Mario All-Stars, which is like cheating. It's just every Mario game up to that point, so we're not going to really include that unless I guess we want to make the case that it's the best. I mean, technically, if we're going to say Super Mario World is the best Super Nintendo game, which I don't know if that's what we're going to do, technically All-Stars is the best one because it also has 1, lost levels for the first time, 2, 3, and World. Mario and Wario, which I believe is a puzzle game. I've never played it. I think it's a sequel to Wario's Woods, which is a puzzle game. Let me look through here. A lot of like typing games, like Mario's early years, fun with numbers, fun with letters. I'm not going to consider any of the Donkey Kong Country games Mario games because I don't think they really are, but maybe they're just tying that all together on this page here. Tetris and Dr. Mario, which was a split cart. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Mike.
Out of all of them, the only one I think I remember playing is All Star, and even then, I think I was playing it on the Game Boy Color.
Okay. All right. We'll put All-Star for Mike, I guess. Todd, what about you?
100% Super Mario World. That game, like, I played so much of that game, and that was like, that game was fucking just incredible. I remember, like, and I'm almost wondering, was that a console launch? I can't remember. It was, right? I think it was.
I believe it was, yes.
Yeah, because I remember getting that thing, and I was like, this is the greatest game ever. It was because so good.
At this time, like, I think there were multiple different versions of the launch NES, but like I'm pretty sure the NES launched with like Mario Brothers as a pack-in cartridge, and it was the same thing. Super Nintendo launched with like Mario World as a pack-in cartridge, which is like, if you think about the fact that you're getting arguably one of the best games ever made as like just part of the console, like that's like the equivalent of like I don't know, Xbox coming out and it's like it launches with Halo as like packed in, you know what I mean, like something like that.
I feel like Mario World's ahead of its time too. I feel like that game was just fucking, even with like the cape and like, doing like the parachute gliding and then just like,
Yeah,
finding stuff higher up by flying. Yeah, there was, dude, I have so many, like, that's just another game that's just like such a staple for me in
yeah.
my childhood.
I mean, I fully like I go back and play a lot of old games from time to time, and I feel like there are a lot of old games that you got to kind of put on rose tinted glasses to play them, or at least like understand that this was a game from an era. But I think Mario games specifically, I think Zelda games also do kind of dodge this. They somehow have like timeless gameplay design where like they don't really feel old. There are some mid-generation like Mario games, especially once you make the jump to 3D, that definitely don't hold up as well. But like you could go back and play Mario World, and that game is still, I think, a 10 out of 10. I think that game is pretty perfect to with today's standards. Looking at it, Dom, what about you?
It's Mario World.
Yeah. So this is. I mean, is there anything
It's
you want
not
to add to
RPG.
that? Or?
It's not RPG.
So here's what I'll say.
Because you're gonna try to go to bat for
Nah,
RPG.
well, I mean, you got to go to bat for RPG. But here's what I'll say. Like, it is Mario World. Like, it is.
It is. Yeah.
But I will say, back then, like, I don't know, so we were young. We were very young people, except for Todd. He was like 37. But the rest of us were very young. We had a Super Nintendo for a while, and I won't tell the story now. I probably told it before, but my older brother broke our Super Nintendo, and we never got a new one. So there was like a point in time where like I played so much Super Nintendo, and then it broke, and we never got a new one. And then I think at some point for one holiday, like as a group gift, my uncles got us like a Sega Genesis. So we went from like having a Super Nintendo to like having nothing for a while, and then we had a Sega Genesis. So like there were a lot of Super Nintendo games that I never got to play or couldn't play anymore. So there was this point in time in 8th grade where one of the best things about the Sega Dreamcast, and also one of the reasons why the Sega Dreamcast did not do well, is that you could like burn things to a fucking CDR and play it on a Dreamcast. There was like very easy workaround to play things on a Dreamcast, and I didn't do this, but somebody made me a disc that had every Super Nintendo game ever on it. And from that point forward, because even like back then, like limited money and also playing old games was very hard. There wasn't like now things that you can download stuff in places, eShops, all these things. But back then that wasn't like a thing. If you didn't have a fucking Super Nintendo, you weren't playing a Super Mario game like from that time. And there was a little bit of ports like Mike had mentioned earlier, like stuff started coming to like Game Boy Advance and stuff. There was the Super Mario Advance games that were like ports of the old Mario games. But I had this disc that had every Super Nintendo game on it. So there were so many games that I never got to play that I could finally play. And it also let me play Super Mario World again. So this started a thing for me for a long time where like for probably at least I would say like 5 to 8 years, I would make a point every summer, like every summer break, to play Mario World through like front to back. Because it was just like, I loved that game. I missed that game. But also, like, I spent a lot of time on Mario Paint. Mario Paint's really fucking good. And Super Mario RPG, although I love this game, I never owned it as a kid. I never got to play it. Like, I didn't get to play that until later. And then when I discovered how much I love that game, I was like, oh fuck. I'm so sad I couldn't experience that as a kid. But maybe for the better because it's reading. But who knows?
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have liked it as much.
Maybe. I mean, I mean, I still so I as soon as I figured out how to play ROMs on my shitty computer at my parents house, that was like the first thing I figured out how to like download and play. And it was good. And I was still in middle school. That was probably like sixth grade or something. Or when do we have a computer then? I don't know. Regardless, it doesn't matter. So I think we're pretty set there. Super Mario World is essentially a sweep. Mike said All Stars, which we'll just kind of lump it together. So we'll skip forward to the Nintendo 64. We got, of course, Super Mario 64. We got Mario Kart 64. We got I don't know why I can't. They're just including Donkey Kong games. I don't know why Diddy Kong Racing is on this list. Yoshi's Story, which is definitely not a Mario game either. Mario Party, Smash Brothers, which I guess. Mario Golf, Mario Party 2, Mario Tennis, Paper Mario, Mario Party 3, and Dr. Mario 64. Mike.
I'm gonna go with the easy answer, which is of course Mario Party. Let's go.
Okay. You want to add to that, or just fucking dropping the mic?
I mean, what other game physically hurt its players?
Okay, all right, that's fair. I'll take it.
Isn't
Todd.
there a game that kills you if you play right now?
Wait, what? There is?
I feel like there was a real game that would like kill you if you died in the game. Like somebody
I think
made
that's
an
what
actual version of the game.
I think the guy who created the original Oculus, I forget, he's got a stupid name. It's like a stupid weird name. But he was
Yeah,
like,
Haley Joel
he got
Osment.
a pet. I'm gonna ignore you.
Isn't that who plays that character in Silicon Valley?
I mean, yeah.
There we
But
go.
anyway.
Palmer Lucky.
That's him.
There it is.
Isn't
I
that
knew it
who
was
Haley Joel Osment plays in that show?
He plays an analog to it, I believe.
Okay, all right.
But he got a patent for a VR headset that blah 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 blah. If you die in the game, you die in real life. That was his idea.
Yeah, it has explosive charges built into the VR headset.
Can't wait to play that. Todd.
He's like, oh yeah, and all the
Just be good at the game. It's a skill-based game. Just be good at it.
Yeah.
Todd, Nintendo 64. This is when I didn't play video games. I was in college. Oh, we played GoldenEye and Halo.
That was what to call it.
Xbox, PS2 era, GameCube.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really play games there. I was kind of just old and
That's what I just said.
Chasing girl. No, I'm just fucking. No, 64 was a huge deal to me, but here's my gripe with 64. That game just like it holds up, but it doesn't hold up. The controls, the camera, like it's just fucking not good. It's not.
It's
just
like for me.
Like even like Liam can fucking play any game I hand him. That game, he was like, I fucking hate. He like couldn't deal with the camera. He was just like, I fucking hate this. He like stopped playing it in like 2 seconds. But every other Mario, and that and Sunshine, he fucking just couldn't play. But I'm gonna give it to Sunshine.
You're gonna give the N64 vote to Sunshine?
Oh wait, oh shit, I'm sorry. Wow, Jesus, I'm fucking lumping it in.
No, I'm with Todd.
Yeah,
Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay,
no, you're gonna break the game. No, we gotta do it this way.
So
we're doing a draft at the end. That's why.
I guess I have to do 64 then, because fucking what else is there? There's fucking nothing.
I mean, I literally just named like 10 games.
Mario Kart?
I know, but none of them are like. Yeah.
Dumb. Were you dropping that?
I feel like I can't consider Mario Kart like a Mario game. I don't know.
You don't have to. You can just stick to mainline. You do whatever you want. Whatever pleases you, Todd.
It would be hard for me to say it's not Mario 64. I feel like Mario Kart's probably up there for me, but it's probably Mario 64.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat with you. Like, a lot of these spin-offs, Paper Mario being the only one I've never really played. I should change that at some point. But I spent a lot of time with, like, these 3 Mario parties. I really liked Mario Golf and Tennis. And Mario Kart 64, I played a shit ton of. But, yeah, I mean, I still think Mario Kart 64 holds up once you get around the camera. Like, it's an old game, but I think it still, like, has great level design. I think it like, even weirdly, unless this is nostalgia coming in, I feel like it holds up with like the chunky fucking that style of, how would you describe that style of like polygons now? Just like a very polygonal game. Like does that have like a descriptor now? I feel like it does. If you were gonna like describe a 3D game from that era, I feel like it has a descriptor now.
It might. I don't know what it is.
Like if shoveling. Oh, it's a pixel art game. I feel like there is a something word or phrase for like games of that generation now that have like that fat polygon. Or I guess I'm just thinking low res polygon. Like I'm just thinking low res or whatever. Anyways, Mario 64 will take the sweep. Sorry, Mike. That brings us to the. Dom?
Did you say Mario 64 takes the sweep?
For that.
That's not how sweeps work.
For that generation. Well, it takes the piece of cake from Peach. Nintendo GameCube. We have, of course, again, I don't think I would consider the same Mario game, but it lists Luigi's Mansion, Melee, which I wouldn't like. Mario Party, I consider a Mario game. Smash, I'm not considering a Mario game personally. Sunshine, Mario Party 4. I'm gonna skip the Wario World games because I don't think those really fall into the same group. Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Party 5, Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, Mario Power Tennis, Mario Party 6, Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, Mario Superstar Baseball, Mario Party 7, and Super Mario Strikers. Mike.
What a stacked list. But of course we're going to go with Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Let's go. I just want to see Brian's face when I say, no, I didn't play that game.
I got confused. I was like, he's leaning into this pretty hard.
Yeah, I am. I think I probably watched somebody play it, but it wasn't me. Yeah, I mean, I think I only, besides your Mario, actually, no, I didn't play Double Dash.
You never played Double Dash, Mike?
No, I don't think I owned it. I know I didn't own it. And so that would leave me with Smash and Sunshine. We're not including Smash, so we'll
if you want to include Smash, that's fine. I don't think anyone else is going to pick a Smash game.
Oh, don't try to get Sunshine out of here. He doesn't want Sunshine.
I do want to get Sunshine the fuck out of here. The game sucks. Mario games are all phenomenal. Sunshine's fucking trash.
It's perfectly fine.
So you're going with Smash, Mike, or you're going with Sunshine?
I'll go with Sunshine because I don't really care about the end result of this.
Okay. Is this a Sunshine sweep? Or I'm assuming Todd is picking Sunshine. I played with Amanda. We used to come home from work. Dom, are you
Mario Sunshine?
Honestly, though, I played Sunshine
has
recently.
a Bowser boss battle where he's in a hot tub.
That's a fucking hot tub.
I played Sunshine and 64 recently, and I feel like Sunshine's controls is still better than 64's.
Bonkers! You're bad at video games. I'm sorry.
I feel like you're bad at video games.
You're gonna come over. I'll pour some Willet 9 here. I want to watch you play a level of 64 in front of me, and then I want to watch you play a level of Sunshine in front of me because
I had to beat Sunshine for Liam like every fucking day. You kept on deleting the save file. And I had to beat the beginning over and over again.
Here is the fucking reality. Mario games, if anything...
It's a skill-based game. I mean...
Get the fuck out of here. Mario games, if anything, all control a type of way. They all have tight platforming controls. You know how Mario's going to jump. You know how Mario's going to run. You know how Mario feels.
That's why Sunshine's good, because it's fucking like, let's not do the same thing over and over.
Plenty of other Mario games introduce rideable characters, introduce other gimmicks like Cappy or Flight with a cape or a Tanuki. They introduce plenty of other gameplay mechanics. It's not the gameplay mechanic. It's not FLUDD. It is the fact that Mario's platforming and movement does not feel accurate. It doesn't.
Perfect.
No.
Perfect.
It doesn't. I tried so hard when the 3D All-Stars collection came out. I beat 64, fucking loving it. Fantastic. Love this game.
Well, to be fair, that collection's trash.
But it's just those games. It's just a port of those games.
Yeah.
So, played 64, fantastic. Jumped right into Sunshine. I got through maybe 2 or 3 like worlds, or like I
It's
played
not-
enough
I
of
get
that
it.
game. Get the
It's a
fuck out
hard
of here.
game, man.
It's not a
fucking
hard.
hard.
It's
I
not.
get it.
It's a hard game because it's a bad game.
No.
Anyways,
I'm not fighting the camera the whole time in that game. I'm not fucking.
the camera is not
You
good
know,
in that
I'm a
game either.
jokester.
The camera is not good in that game. I don't know. You guys can have your sunshine. So it's a three person sunshine. It doesn't even matter what I say.
It's a sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet. I mean, out of all these games, I want to like I don't want to really pick spinoffs, but I'll not a Double Dash stan, but I'll just write Double Dash for me because that's just the fucking reality. That Sunshine is not good. Not a good game. I mean, does anyone have a legit argument for Sunshine? Like a legit like thing they want to say about that game other than it's
a good game.
It's not a good game.
It is.
I like cleaning up. I like cleaning up graffiti. What can I say?
Yeah, and introduce a new villain.
Anyways, we'll go to the Wii. We got Super Paper Mario. We have what am I doing? Double Dash? No, 1,000 Year Door. It's still not going on the list, but that's my pick. Super Paper Mario, Mario Strikers Charged, Mario Party 8, Super Mario Galaxy, Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Mario Kart Wii, Mario Super Sluggers, port of Mario Power Tennis, Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games, new Super Mario Bros. Wii, Super Mario Galaxy 2, Super Mario All-Stars Limited Edition, Donkey Kong Country Returns, I don't know why I read that, Mario Sports Mix, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games, Fortune Street, Mario Party 9. And it lists Skylanders here because Bowser is a fucking Skylander.
Yeah.
So, Mike, where are you going for the Wii?
I mean, if this is a voting thing,
This is just a you
I
thing.
vote on.
This is just you thing.
No, I know.
The end result will become clear at the end. So you pick the thing you want to pick.
Here's the problem. I'm thinking back to it. I'm pretty sure the only game I ever bought for my Wii was Smash Brothers Brawl. I don't think I owned or played any other game on that.
Sounds like Brawl to me, baby. You've never played Galaxy, Mike?
No, I never played Galaxy. I was gonna play it when they re-released it on the Switch, I was gonna play through all 3 games in order. I never got a 64.
So just skip to Galaxy. You should at least play Galaxy. I think Galaxy is really good.
Definitely get a run through of Sunshine.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you'll get stuck in the pachinko machine, and then you'll never play that game again.
Hey,
Todd,
listen, I stopped playing 64 because I fell off that fucking mountain after giving the penguin her baby. I was like, oh, let me get this star, and I fell off. I was like, no, this game's trash.
Todd, Wii.
You heard it.
Probably Mario Sunshine. I'd probably go with Galaxy or Galaxy 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of lump those two games together in my head. It's hard I haven't revisited them in a long time, so it's hard for me to like parse the differences. I think the major differences with 1 and 2, aside from having like different levels and worlds and stuff, I think 2 introduced Yoshi and maybe some other suits to Mario. So Todd's gonna throw Galaxy. Dom, what about you?
I guess it's probably Galaxy as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna throw Galaxy again.
I don't think I played the second one, so
I definitely played 2. I just I haven't replayed Galaxy or Galaxy 2 since the Wii, so I can't really put like a here's the reason why 2's better than 1 or 1's better than 2. They're kind of just, we don't really get a lot of like direct Mario sequels, especially 3D Marios, so they can just lump them together, I guess. That brings us to the Wii U, which I feel like I don't even need to read through these games because the answer is clear. Well, the answer will be at least clear for me and Todd. I think I know what Mike's going to say. But for the Wii U, we have New Super Mario Bros. U. We have New Super Luigi U. We have a bundle of those two games.
I'm changing my Wii answer to Super Paper Mario.
Okay.
I forgot that was the game where you played as Bowser.
Okay. Oh, you mean Mario RPG, where you also get to play as Bowser?
No, this is the superior
No,
game.
definitely not. I do like Super Mario, but definitely not the case. Mario Sonic and Olympic Games 2014. Super Mario 3D World, which I'll just go ahead and jot that down for me. I'm assuming Todd as well.
Yep.
Mario Kart 8, Captain Toad, Smash Wii U, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, Mario Party 10, Super Mario Maker, which is a very close second for me on the Wii U. Super Mario Maker is fucking great. Mario Tennis Ultimate Smash, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympics, and Paper Mario Color Splash. This is like the only Paper Mario game I've not played. Mike, Wii U.
I mean, all their best games got ported to the Switch, but I will just say, Mario Kart 8. That was a good game.
I knew you
That
were
was a
going to
really
say
good
Mario
game.
Kart 8. Todd?
You already know.
3D World,
3D
baby.
World.
The GOAT. It's the GOAT.
Goat.
Dom?
Goat.
It doesn't matter what I
Crunching
say.
the numbers. He's crunching the
Doesn't
numbers.
Doesn't matter what I say. I'm gonna go Mario Maker.
Mario Maker's good.
Ugh.
It was a
Gross.
fun.
If Nintendo
Yeah.
had a way better way for online structure and like friends, that game could have been fucking something really special. But I just
Yeah.
fucking think.
I mean, I think that's
I just like that it
incorrect.
was a change from the.
I think if the Wii U was not a flop, that Mario Maker game would have did gangbusters, because Mario Maker 2 on the Switch didn't do, like, the Wii U one stole the glory that the Switch one could have had if like it being a Wii U game. I think fucked that game over permanently, which sucks. You were gonna say, Todd?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I was. Oh, like every fucking level that people created was just like, let's see how hard I can make this fucking level. There was like, I never found a level that was like, whoa, I just played like a really cool Mario level that someone made. It was always like, I'm gonna make death traps everywhere.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
it's just like,
I feel like it had pretty decent curation where you could search around and like not find levels that were like there were multiple different ways to interact with that online community, and I feel like you could absolutely find stuff that was like people trying to make a level as if Nintendo made the level, like it was like more of a specific type of design, as opposed to like, for no reason you hit this block, a fucking Goomba comes out and kills you. Like there were plenty of those troll levels too, and that still exists in Mario Maker 2. I think Mario Maker 2 made the curation even better, and it made it easier to kind of like search for levels and stuff. But yeah, I mean, the 2-2 or 2-1-1 3D World will take the cake there. Brings us to the Switch, which Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Super Mario Odyssey, Mario Tennis Aces, Captain Toad again, Super Mario Party, Smash Ultimate, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Mario Maker 2, Luigi's Mansion 3, which again, I mean, I guess Mario's in it, Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, Paper Mario the Origami King, Super Mario 3D All-Stars, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Mario Golf Super Rush, Mario Party Superstars, Mario Strikers Battle League, and Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Miguel.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Mike's going back to back. Mario Kart, digging in. Todd.
going back to back 3D World, baby.
Okay. Dom.
Because Odyssey's trash.
I'm gonna go with. I don't know. It's hard for me to not say Ultimate in this, so.
Wow. Okay, so we got a split vote here because I'm gonna say Odyssey.
Ugh.
Even though I really like Bowser's Fury, I'm not gonna like Mario 3D World is a Wii U game. I'm gonna let that live as my Wii U pick. Bowser's Fury, which I really love, I'm gonna give it to Odyssey because I also really love Odyssey. So we gotta.
Should we all pick 3D All Stars because of Sunshine?
Please don't. But we're not gonna skip handheld, so we'll quickly run through handheld. For Game Boy, we have Super Mario Land, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Land 2, The Six Golden Coins, Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, Mario's Picross, and that'll do it. Mike?
I don't remember playing any of these games, so I'll just go with Super Mario Land.
Okay.
I
Todd?
played Land and I thought it was trash, but I'll just go with Land since I didn't play anything else.
Okay. Dom?
I'll also go with Land.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you all picked Land because that makes it easy for me. I think Super Mario Land 2 is fucking way overrated. People love that game and it's not bad, but I think Land is a better game and has way better music. IMO. Virtual Boy we're just gonna skip, to be honest. I mean, none of us played that, so I don't like we can mention that it had Mario Tennis and Mario Clash. I think it had like 16 games total. We don't, none of us owned it. Have any of you played a Virtual Boy? I have played a Virtual Boy one time.
I feel like I used it and never really like play. Like I feel like I watched somebody play it.
Yeah, one of my friends in no, it must have been in 8th grade. He had a Virtual Boy. He took it out of his attic one time. We played Mario Tennis very briefly to the point where I can barely remember the experience. And that was the only time I've ever played a Virtual Boy. I like kind of want to buy a Virtual Boy off eBay just to like have one. But
Right.
it like the last time I looked into it was so expensive to do, and I'm like, there's no reason. But also like it's kind of a weird piece of like video game history that is probably just going to continue to become more expensive over time. So I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll buy one just to fucking have it. I don't know what like I don't know what the lasting power of that machine is. Like if it's like destined to be broken at some point and never fixable. You might know better than me, Mike.
I feel like that's the case for all technology. Eventually they break and you just can't fix it.
Yeah, but I feel like
Price
people
isn't
like
that bad on it.
is it what's the price?
On eBay, it's like $300 for a box. Like some of them that have like the box still too.
That's still that's kind of expensive for a thing that I'm not gonna like do anything with.
Yeah,
Other
but
than put it on
I
my
would
fucking
expect way
shelf.
more for something that was like probably not mass
Yeah,
produced and like
the games are probably actually what makes that a very expensive endeavor because the games are probably not cheap to buy. Yeah, but like if my NES broke, Mike, or my Super Nintendo broke, I feel like I could get that repaired relatively easy and not super expensive. Because I feel like there are
maybe.
plenty of retro shops that would fix those things. I don't know if that's the same case for a Virtual Boy.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's taken the time to do that. I feel like if you're in the business of doing that, you might have like a loose understanding of what to do to fix one of those things, but
Yeah.
that's me speaking on my ass.
So this list, for all of these, I'm just going off of the Mario wiki so that we don't miss games. So this wiki separates Game Boy and Game Boy Color. For the other thing I'm going to do at the end, I didn't separate the two, and I'll remind you then when we do that. But they list Game Boy Color as a separate thing. So Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, which I did play a lot of, Mario Golf, and Mario Tennis, and Mario Family. I don't even know what the fuck that is. I would lump all this together with Game Boy. So if anyone wants to change their answer to one of those other games, cool. If not, we can move on.
I think Deluxe was the game I played a lot of on the Game Boy Color.
Deluxe,
Yeah,
if I'm
like,
remembering,
Deluxe.
if I'm remembering correctly, Deluxe was just Mario Brothers 1, a little bit like updated graphics, and I think there was also like a 2-player you could use link cable. So I mean, if we want to just separate them, we can all just go Super Mario Deluxe.
I mean, do whatever. I'm actually curious. I think I can reach with my headphones. Keep talking.
Game Boy Advance, we have Super Mario Advance, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Super Mario World, which was Super Mario Advance 2, Yoshi's Island, which was Super Mario Advance 3, Super Mario Advance 4, which was Super Mario Bros. 3, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Classic NES Series, Super Mario Bros., Mario Golf Advance Tour, Classic NES Series, Dr. Mario, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, not that, Mario Pinball Land, Mario Party Advance, and Mario Tennis Power Tour, Mike. And oh,
I
sorry,
did not have a Game Boy Advance.
Dr. Mario and Puzzle League. So you want to just remain out of the advance?
Yeah, I didn't have
I thought you
one.
earlier said Super Mario Advance for your Super Mario All Stars thing.
No, I think I confused it with Deluxe. That's what happened.
Gotcha. Okay.
See? Yeah, I did have Deluxe. There it is.
Oh, you have the cart? Hell yeah. Oh shit. I don't know if I still have my cart. I played a lot of that game. Todd, what about you? Where Todd might have stepped away.
I never played it. Never played any of these.
You never had a Game Boy Advance either?
No.
Damn, Game Boy Advance was fucking good. Tom, did you have a Game Boy Advance?
Good.
Do you have a take here? Do you have an opinion?
Yeah, Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
I don't know if that counts. Mario's a baby at that point, but
That has been a debate in like the Nintendo community if that game counts as a mainline Mario game. And Nintendo included
in
it.
the whole game.
Nintendo included it today in a tweet for Mario Day. So according to Nintendo, it is a Mario game. So you can put that there. This one, I think I would probably say Superstar Saga. For me personally, that game's fucking great. We'll skip e-reader because I don't think any of us had an e-reader. Dom, did you have an e-reader? Yeah, I didn't either. Nintendo DS. We have Super Mario 64 DS, which is my pick because 64 is so good, but also like that had so many weird mini games that I played way too fucking much of. Like way too much of like the casino games. Am I the only one? Anyone else?
I was more of the shell ones where you just had to knock the shells around.
But like in the mini game section.
Oh yeah, mini game was great.
The
one with the flower, you just like
you got to pick the flowers, yeah.
petals.
Love me not. Anyways, Super Princess Peach, which I guess counts. Mario Kart DS, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, Tetris DS, New Super Mario Brothers, Mario Hoops 3-on-3, Mario vs Donkey Kong 2, March of the Minis. Yoshi's Island DS is, I think, I don't know if that's a port of the Super Nintendo game or if that's a different game. I think it might be a different game. Where Mario Party DS, Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story, Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games, Mario vs Donkey Kong Mini Land Mayhem. Actually, I'm going to change my pick to New Super Mario Bros. Does anyone else have DS games?
And I'll go with 64 DS.
Okay. Todd, do you have a DS, Todd?
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I bought on my DS.
Was 64. Todd, Dom, you have a take?
It would be 64.
64 takes the cake. All right. Nintendo 3DS. We have Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, Mario and Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games, Mario Tennis Open, New Super Mario Bros. 2, Paper Mario Sticker Star, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I don't even know if Mario is in that game. Mario and Luigi Dream Team, Mario Party Island Tour, Yoshi's New Island, which I don't think Mario's in that game. Mario Golf World Tour, Smash 4, Mario vs Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, Puzzle and Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, Mario and Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games, Mario Party Star Rush, Super Mario Maker for the 3DS. I forgot that was a thing. Mario Sports Superstars, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga plus Bowser's Minions, Mario Party The Top 100, Captain Toad, and Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser's Jr.'s Journey. Mike.
I'll go with 3D World. What?
3D Land?
3D Land.
Okay.
I know I played it. I don't think I beat it, but I know I played it.
Todd?
3D Land.
Dom?
I don't know. Sticker Star, probably.
Okay. I will also tip the scales and say 3D Land. I think 3D Land is a very underloved Mario game. That game is so fucking good.
It really is so good. It's like one of the only games I actually use 3D for too.
I know the 3D worked really well in it. It's one of those things. It's a great game in its own right, but also 3D World wouldn't fucking exist if that game didn't come out. Like, ugh. Anyways, and I've been skipping some of like the eShop and DSiWare games because a lot of it is just like ports or like little smaller games that none of us are gonna really choose. Anyways, it's worth mentioning. There are iOS, Android games, Super Mario Run, Dr. Mario World, and Mario Kart Tour. I don't know if anyone has strong opinions about those games and wants to add them to the list. Mike?
I don't think but I think I played Tour during the beta and then stopped.
Okay.
And that was the only one.
I played a good amount of Super Mario Run. I finished that game. I enjoyed it for a little what it was, but like I personally wouldn't stack that up against traditional Mario games. I don't think that's really the place for that. So if no one else has like a strong opinion on those, we don't have to really include them in the conversation. So that brings us to, instead of us doing let's just rank the Mario games, I figured we went through this process to talk about, Mario games throughout the generations, but also to see where we have to unfortunately draw some lines and cut some games. So for the NES, we were a split across the four. So Mike said Mario 1, Todd said 2, I said 3, and Dom said Dr. Mario. So we'll include all four of those in this ranking. For the Super Nintendo, Super Mario World 1. For the Game Boy, Super Mario Land 1. Or I guess we can change it to Deluxe because I'm gonna make Game Boy Color the same thing. Or I'll put a slash and we can do both if we want. So N64, 64-1. For the Game Boy Advance, I think we were split because only Dom and I chose. So we said Yoshi's Island and Superstar, so we'll put both of those. For the GameCube, Sunshine, unfortunately. For the Wii, it is Galaxy. For the Wii U, it is 3D World. For DS, it is 64DS. For the 3DS, it was 3D Land. And for the Switch, did we have a tie on the Switch? What do we all say for the Switch? Mike said Deluxe.
I already forget. Oh,
you said You said Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Todd said 3D World. I said Odyssey, and Dom said Ultimate. So we have a split there too. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is rank the Mario games based off of that. That's why I didn't want to That's why I wanted you to pick stuff and not be like, well, I want to, I'll just pick what Todd's picking. I wanted it to be this like silly list that makes no sense, and we're clearly leaving out Mario games that should probably be on a top Mario list of all time. Right. So I'll just run through what we have. We have Mario 1, 2, 3, and Dr. Mario. We have World. We have Deluxe and Land, 64. Superstar Saga and Yoshi's Island. Sunshine, Galaxy, 3D World, 64DS, 3D Land, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 3D World a second time, Odyssey, and Smash Ultimate. So how are we going to put these in order now?
I was hoping you had like a tier maker list, like page open, just ready to be like, all right, here we guys, here we go. Boop, 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 boop.
So we want to like tier these, or we want to put them in numbers?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I feel like the tier list would have been more visual because I'm not going to remember all the things that you said literally 30 seconds ago.
So this is what we're going to do, because I feel like if we do this, we're going to go into a super long episode, and I don't want that to be tonight. So we're going to table this list. I have the list that we just made, this unfortunate list, and we will do a future something with that list, and we will tier that as...
This 3D World could be number one, and that's fucking it.
There we go. There's Todd already trying to sway the votes. Yep. So we'll do a future dumb tier list of those games that, again, doesn't make sense because we're going to be excluding a lot of games that people would be like, that should be in fucking this tier or whatever. So there's that. The last thing I want to bring up before we go into the end of the episode is the last Mario game we got was Sparks of Hope. Did we get anything this year yet that was a Mario game? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
So I don't even think we have any even spin-offs of Mario on the horizon. Is there anything that's coming out besides Mario Kart 8 DLC? Is there anything that I'm forgetting?
Not that I can think of.
So in this weird state of we don't even have, and again, unless we're forgetting something, like a Mario spin-off that we know of that's coming, what do all of you want from Mario next? You want an Odyssey sequel? Do you want a new 3D game? You want a new 2D game? You want a spin-off? What are you thinking, Mike? What's gonna make Mr. Mikey Pants happy?
A new Mario DDR.
Okay, all right. Okay. Did you play the first one?
I did not.
Okay.
But I mean, it's got Waluigi as the main antagonist, so like it's got
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
It's
Right?
pretty good. It's pretty good. What about you, Todd? What do you want for the next Mario game?
Definitely not Odyssey 2.
Why do you hate Odyssey so much?
I just think it's fucking. I don't like the gimmick of it. I think it's pointless. Like even like the first level, the dinosaur. It's like they just like, yeah, we want to make it cool. You can be a dinosaur, but like you don't do anything with that fucking dinosaur. You just like
I mean,
throw a
you
head
do
on
if
it.
you want to find all the fucking
Yeah, but
stars.
it's everything's like, and I thought some of the level design was kind of boring.
Did you beat this game?
Yes,
There's no fucking way you
unfortunately.
beat this game.
No, I absolutely
Unfortunately, the end of the game is one of the best ends in Mario. I don't think you
Yeah,
beat
it's
this
fine.
game. It's
did.
fine.
No, I absolutely did.
Have all of us beat Odyssey? I don't want to spoil
I
the
can't
game.
remember.
Yeah,
You would
I-
remember the end
I-
of the game if you beat Odyssey.
Did I? It was
well, here's
so
the
bad.
thing. Here's
You
the thing.
also
I'm
don't
gonna
like
say
Odyssey?
I don't remember what the end of the game was.
You play as Bowser.
I
Do you
remember-
not remember this?
He plays about. Oh, okay. No, I could have sworn there was a second ending.
I don't know.
Like,
I
if
don't
you
know.
I
got
mean,
all
there
the-
is like if you collect everything, there's like a completionist ending as well, which is extremely fucking difficult.
Okay,
It's
I
the
played
dark side of the
where
moon.
You're like, okay, I do remember playing as Bowser for a bit, so I do believe I beat that game.
The end of like
That
the regular part of the game is like
you're on the moon, like the wedding and all that stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
yeah, you're on the moon. You're both trying to
Yes.
propose to Peach, and Peach is like, I don't want to fucking be married to either of you. And then like the shit's blowing up, and you have to play as Bowser. It's so good.
Yeah.
But then if you
Been a while.
if you do all of the like, I don't think you have to collect every shine sprites. What the fuck? They're not stars. There's something else in this game. Or shine sprites, sunshine.
Shine
Yeah.
sprites, sunshine.
I forget what they're. They might just be star pieces. I don't know. It's not stars. It's something else or moons. They're fucking moons. I don't know if you have to collect all the moons or just a certain amount of moons. But then you get like a harder version of the game where I think it's like. I don't think there's a lot of levels. It's a lot of replaying the boss fights, and they're much harder. And then there's a final level that is. I don't know if I ever beat that level. It's very fucking hard. Yeah, I don't know. Odyssey's great. You're fucking crazy, Todd. So what do you want, Todd? What do you want?
And it's also fucking like there's no satisfaction or anything. Like I like having a level to complete, or like there's so many of those little pieces that it just gets like monotonous.
Bro,
after a
you're
while.
blowing
It's like, cool, I got
sunshine.
another piece,
Sunshine is the same
another
thing.
piece.
You're not completing a
Oh.
level in Sunshine. You're going back into the same level over and over again. That's 3D
Yeah,
Mario.
but like
That's
it's
3D
more
Mario.
streamlined though. It's like it tells you where to go though, like and like what you're doing every time. This one is just like go wherever you want and fucking find a little piece over here, find a little piece over
Oh,
there.
Todd doesn't like open world
It's like-
games. Todd needs to have his
Fucking level
handheld.
quality
He's got to
games.
have. You got to go clean up the
love-
paint over here to get this star. You can't do anything else. Got to do this one thing. Here we go, Todd. Let me hold your hand. Doot doot
Yep.
doot. Nah, you're
Nope.
crazy.
Shine sprites.
Odyssey's great. Odyssey's great. So what do you want from a new Mario game? You fucking fuck.
And fucking honestly, like I didn't think I give Bowser's Fury a good enough chance, but like a more honed in Bowser's Fury, maybe like more like 3D Land, but obviously I feel like they have to take it to like a new direction, like they always do with their games, like Mario games. So I don't know, maybe a honed in Bowser's Fury is what I'll take that.
Yeah, I mean,
I definitely don't want Odyssey though. Fuck Odyssey.
I think that's what we're getting. Is we're getting a game like Bowser's Fury, where it's open world. There's no like hub world. You're going in between everything all at once, and it's like controlling like that. What about you, Dom? What's gonna make you a happy guy?
Um, I don't know. I don't know what I want from Mario.
You want a spin-off or you want a mainline?
Um, how far from Odyssey are we? What year did we get that?
Was that launch year? If it was launch year, it was 2017. I can't remember if it was launch year or not.
Yeah, so we're probably at a point where we could use a mainline Mario game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I want a mainline game. I'm fine with the spin-offs, and like Sparks of Hope is a really fucking good game. But I'm with you. I want a mainline game in the sense of if it's 3D or 2D or 2.5D like 3D World, that's fine. I want like give me a good Mario platformer. We're due for one. So that's where I'm at right now. At this point I hope it's not Odyssey 2. I don't care if it's like the same stuff with Cappy.
Yeah.
No, I just at this point like don't give me like game 2. Give me something. But like if Cappy is the thing that like I don't have a problem with Cappy. I like Cappy's fine. But I don't think Odyssey 2 is what we're getting next. So, anyways, that brings us to everyone's favorite point of the episode when we turn the episode off.
My favorite part.
Usually we play a game called What's in the Box. But today, because it's Mario Day, and because this is a Mario episode, I figured we would do some other types of Mario trivia for points. But before we do that, you, of course, can find everything we do at passthecontroller.io. On Twitter and on Instagram, you can find us at passcontroller. You can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/passcontroller. If you listen to the show and you don't know about any of the other stuff we do, find us on YouTube. You can watch the show. We can see our dumb faces. You can subscribe to us there. Leave us a comment. Leave us a like. All those lovely things on the videos you watch. We do other video content. We open Pokemon cards. We play Let's Plays of, first hours of games, new games. We do gameplay highlights. We stream things like Fortnite together and other things. So there are plenty of other things. If you just listen to the show, we do a lot of other stuff. We do some writing things as well over on the website at passcontroller.io. So check all those things out. If you're only a listener and you want to see what else we got going on, there are plenty of other things that we do have going on. On top of that, you can, of course, support us in a bunch of other different ways, like subscribing to us on Twitch, subscribing to us on your favorite podcast platform, and leaving us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast platform. You listen to us on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, wherever you listen to the show. Leaving us a review is very, very beneficial, and we really appreciate it if you do. And if you leave us a nice review, leave us a 5-star review, and I see it, I'll read it on the next show. Like we gladly shout people out that want to show us some love. So if you do take the time to go leave us a review, we will absolutely, make sure we see that and shout you out and show you the love back. But without further ado, the leaderboard. So if you're new to the show, if this is your first episode, we keep track every year of the points that everyone's getting. So it's a fresh year, fresh leaderboard for 2023. Right now, Todd has a commanding lead of 15 points. Mike, though, made some progress last week, sitting at 10. Dom not too far behind at 8. I have a stump. The only guess for the board so far this year is Jesse Vitelli with 2 points. But without further ado, this segment usually has a dumb name that I come up with, but it doesn't because it's just Mario trivia. So we're going to just go from there. So for this first question for points here, out of all of Nintendo's major console and handheld generations, how many times was a Mario game not the best-selling game on the system? I want to jump in real quick. Normally, most of these things that we do are just answer as you see fit. Don't yell things out. That's not how we're doing this tonight. So I'll read it again.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What'd you say?
Out of all of Nintendo's major consoles, handheld generations, how many times was a Mario game not the best-selling game on that system? So you are each going to get a number to guess. Whoever gets it will get 2 points. If no one gets it, whoever is closest will get 1 point. So if you want to write it down and show the camera, or if you want to text me separately the number right now, you can all do that. So again, I'll reiterate the question. Out of all of Nintendo's major consoles handheld generations, how many times was a Mario game not the best-selling game on the system? And to kind of, Todd, give me a real answer or you're not going to get any points. I'll let that one slide.
Anyway.
To kind of, before you say anything, Dom, to what I had hinted at earlier, I'm not including like generational divisions as separate things. So like the Game Boy generation includes Game Boy Color. Game Boy Advance includes Micro and all that other stuff. DS includes DS Lite, DSi. 3DS includes 2DS, 3DS XL. So like things that have split are one.
This includes mainline games, sports games, etc.?
Yes. Anything that is considered a Mario game.
So anything that you had just gone,
yes,
like
everything we just went through would be considered this.
But is Diddy Kong Racing included?
I mean, I'll give you all a gimme. Diddy Kong Racing is not the best-selling N64 or DS game, so I'll give you all a gimme.
Oh, and that was my other question, because the way you phrased it, I wasn't clear. You mean consoles and handhelds, or you're just saying handheld consoles?
Everything together. So this would include, from the way that I am breaking this down, this is going to include the NES, the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy, which includes the generationals in that, N64, GameCube, Game Boy Advance and its generationals, Wii, Wii U, DS and its generationals, 3DS and its stuff, and Switch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We obviously skip Virtual Boy because when I tried to look up the sales numbers of Virtual Boy, it was not possible. So if the Mario
Did
game...
Virtual Boy not come with both games?
I have no idea. So I'm not including that. So I have Dom's answer.
All right. So how many consoles did not have a top selling?
So out of the 11 that I am counting, how many did not have Mario's game as a top seller for that console? The number one selling game. If you get it correct, Todd, I don't know why you couldn't just text me that.
Let's put my phone on the charger.
Okay. All right. So, everyone's answers are in. Dom said 2. Todd said 3. And Mike said 3. The correct answer is
1.
4. For the NES, the Super Mario Bros. Was the top selling game. For Super Nintendo, Mario World. For the Game Boy era, it was Pokemon, Tetris, Pokemon, and then Mario. For N64, it was Super Mario 64. GameCube, it was Melee, Double Dash, then Sunshine. For Game Boy Advance, it was 3 Pokemon games, then Mario Kart, I believe. For the Wii...
Wait, so which ones were not?
So there were 4 that were not. So the ones that were not were Game Boy, because it was Pokemon. GameCube, which was Melee, because I'm not including Smash.
But we talked about Melee. We talked about the Smash games.
I mean, if we want to include Smash, that'll give Todd. That'll give Todd and Mike the correct answer. Then that'll give them 3 if we're gonna include Smash.
So they were all Pokemon games that weren't.
All of the handhelds were Pokemon games. Actually, no. Game Boy was Pokemon. GameCube was Melee. Wii was Wii Sports. And those are the 4. So if we're going to go with 3, then that gives Mike and Todd 2 points.
Wait, what was the Switch's best selling? It wasn't Switch. Switch wasn't.
What do you think the best selling Switch game is, Todd?
Not Mario, right?
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I thought it was Animal Crossing.
I was thinking Animal Crossing. I kind of forgot
Crossing is number 2. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is probably going to end up being like one of the best-selling games of all time, in my guess. Oh, well, at least for like an exclusive game. It's not going to beat stuff that's cross-platform. Okay. Question number 2. Out of all Mario games, what is the top-selling Mario game that isn't a mainline game, isn't a party game, or isn't a kart game. And when I say party game, I mean a Mario Party game. So not a mainline Mario game, not a Mario Party series game, and not a Mario Kart series game. What is the top selling Mario after those things?
So it can be a sports game.
I don't know how clearer I need to make it. It's a Mario game that is, and for this, because again, I wasn't initially including Smash Brothers as a Mario game. This also does not include Smash Brothers.
Sure.
So a Mario game that is not a main Mario game, not a Mario Party game, and not a Mario Kart game. Any other Mario in the title game. You can, I guess, once Mike and Todd both text me their answer, then you can say yours out loud, Todd.
Um,
I have Mike's answer.
Yes, I don't have an answer.
just make something up. That's what I did.
We literally just talked about so many Mario games, Todd.
Yeah, but none of those were like winners, you know?
Oh, I texted you.
Oh, you texted me? I'm going to assume that's a typo.
Yes.
Okay.
We got everyone?
I'm waiting on Dom. So this leaves us with sports titles, role playing games,
Does that count?
puzzle games. That does count.
You know what? Hold on. I might want to change my answer.
All right, you change it now. You get 10 seconds. You're on the clock.
Dun, dun,
Okay, that
dun,
counts.
dun, dun, dun,
Uh,
dun, dun.
Dom's guess was Paper Mario. Todd's guess was initially Mario Rabies, but changed it to Mario Maker 2. And Mike, with the correct answer, chose Dr. Mario. So Mike gets the point. For
I
those,
legitimately just forgot about the other games. I was
so
like, I don't know.
for some little numbers here, Mario Kart 8/8 Deluxe, which they're lumped together on this list, sit at a cool 60.46 million copies sold. Mario Brothers 1, a little over 40 million. Mario Kart Wii, 37.38 million. New Super Mario Brothers for the DS, a little over, right below 31 million. New Super Mario Brothers Wii, a little over 30 million. Odyssey at 25 mil. This list lumps Mario Brothers U and Luigi U and U Deluxe together for just under 24 million. Mario Kart DS, just under 24 million. Mario World, just under 21 million. Mario Kart 7, just under 19 million. Super Mario Party for the Switch, just under 19 million. Super Mario Land, 18.14 mil. Mario 3, just over 17. 3D World, just over 16. New Super Mario Bros. 2, just 13.5. 3D Land, just under 13. Galaxy, just under 13. All Stars, just under 13. 64, almost 12 million. Land 2, just over 11. 64 DS, 11. Dr. Mario at 10.19 million. Mike gets the point.
Dr. Mario for what system?
Dr. Mario.
Well, that's my question.
This list lumps the NES and Game Boy together because I think they came out in the same year. or at least same generation. If we were to not count that, it would end up being Super Mario Maker 2. But that specific Dr. Mario release is the same game on handheld and NES, so I'm going to count that as the...
That's
That's
bullshit.
what it is. I mean, that's what it is. So that's the game. And then the final question. Get your thinking caps on. According to Metacritic, what is the lowest reviewed mainline Mario game? And the way we're going to do this, if you get it correct, you will get 3 points. If you get the second to last, you will get 2 points. If you get the third to last, you will get 1 point. Any other answer, wrong. So when you have your guess, shoot me a text.
Mainline only.
This is mainline only.
I get 2 guesses.
You have 1 guess.
All right, 1.5 guesses.
Brendan, you better be ready for this.
Does that also include? Sorry, I'm still on the Dr. Mario thing. Does that also include the arcade machines?
Ooh.
Does this include the movie as well?
Are we talking about the current question we're on?
No, the last one.
I don't
Dr.
believe it.
Mario.
I don't believe it is including the arcade machines.
I have to text you.
Okay, I have guesses from Mike and Dom. I can see Todd is typing.
Fucking autocorrect.
I don't. Okay. All right.
Does that not count?
The answers are in. I don't trust
That-
Todd.
It was just the mainline games, right?
I don't trust Todd. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't trust Todd.
What do you mean?
The scoreboard might be fucking fixed this year, boys. Bookmark this episode at the end of the year because the answers are in. Mike said Super Mario Sunshine, which should be the fucking right answer, and it is not.
Nah, that got reviewed well. I feel like what was the reviews?
It is definitely in the top half of Metacritic for Mario games. So Mike, I'm sorry, no points for you.
That's fine.
Todd guessed the second to last, which again, I feel like Todd cheated.
How would the fuck could I cheat? Because I guessed a fucking game that I never played out of the Mario series.
Todd guessed New Super Luigi U, which is the second lowest ranked, because the Metacritic ranking system split them.
Okay,
It split them.
Wait, what do you mean split them?
Like New Super Mario Bros. U is ranked higher. It has a different review. I mean, these games
We
didn't release
talked about how the sales numbers were ranked together.
Yeah, the sales were lumped together, but these games were released separately. And Metacritic treated them separately. So Todd will get 2 points for his answer. But Big Dommy Ducats said, I'm coming for the points this week. And he got the correct 3-point answer, which was Lost Levels.
What was that on?
Lost Levels was it was on All Stars.
2.
Yeah, it's Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan. It's Lost Levels here. It was on All Stars.
Lost level. So was it? If I said, what's it called? All Stars, would that have been correct?
No,
Was part of that, or is it no?
no. I mean, it's its
No, I
own
think
game. But
All-Stars
the first
got
time,
reviewed separately too.
the first time that you could have played that game was in All Stars. But in Japan, it was its own game. In Japan, Lost Levels is Super Mario Bros. 2. Super Mario Bros. 2 here is Super Mario USA in Japan. So, Dom gets the true 3 points with a 77. review score for that game. Todd will get 2 points, bumping him to 19. Mike gets a 0 for that one. So that ends the week with Todd at 19, Mike at 13, and Dom at 11. So Dom gained some ground. He also bumped the two of you up with an additional point by making me count Smash Brothers. So you can also thank Dom in the same breath.
I'm not going to.
Well, he did give you an additional point. Anyways, that will do it for this special little Mario episode for Mario 10 Day, or March 10th, or however you say that. Maro 10, March 10th.
When you said I cheated, I'm like, oh, I definitely got the right answer. And then
Well,
you're
when
like, I
you,
didn't even
because that's
fucking
like
get the right
such
answer.
because I initially was gonna potentially, based on what all of the guesses came in as, not include that game, because it's like every other game has Mario in the title except for that one. So
I just assumed it had to be a Wii U game.
yeah, I don't think Mario Brothers Wii U ranked that much higher. Mario Brothers Wii U is not that bad. I like that game.
No, it's a good game. I think Mario
Actually,
Brothers Wii U
Mario
too.
Luigi U is also not a bad game. It's just difficult,
Never
and I
played
think that's why it has a low score.
That's why I figured Lost Levels was the worst.
Yeah. So again, like, especially the older games too, like, I don't know, I didn't look into how many times Lost Levels has been re-reviewed. I'm sure a lot of these older Mario games get re-reviewed often, especially when they're like new collection or ports to the eShop or something. They probably get re-reviewed at some sites, and they're probably like, oh, this game's a fucking masterpiece, so it bumps that score up higher, I'm sure. Anyways, that will do it for this special Mario 10 Day 2023 episode. Of course, you can follow me at BGroom. You can follow Mike at _MikeOpath. You can follow Todd at Toddy_by_nature. And you can follow Dom at PDC_OneLittleSpark. And you should tweet at all three of them about how bad Super Mario Sunshine is. And, follow us at Pass Controller. Do all the lovely things. And we will see you next time.